you guys, welcome to today's tutorial. I am super excited to be doing this makeup look. I've been thinking about doing an Electric Forest makeup look for a while. It is a festival that I'm extremely interested in. Sadly, I am not attending this year. Hoping to go in 2020. It's like top of my list festivals I want to attend, but I was really excited to film this because I wanted to do something different than a lot of my other music festival makeup looks. Usually I do like full beat glam and I do stuff that's like really creative with lots of face gems and glitters, but for Electric Forest it is primarily a camping festival, so I wanted to do something that was really beginner friendly, didn't require like a ton of products and tools, and was something that, you know, was just like a little fresh and glowy and pretty for people who don't wear like a lot of makeup or wouldn't want to pack a lot of makeup with them at a camping festival. So this is going to be a little different than things I have done in the past. I hope you guys enjoy it. All the products that I use today on my face will be listed down below in the description box. And I think that's all I've got. If you guys haven't subscribed already, please subscribe. I've got a ton of more content coming out and way more music festival makeup tutorials, so I hope you guys stick around and share this video with your friends. Okay, you guys, so let's just get started. I'm actually gonna make this a little bit more of like a talking tutorial, and then I'll speed up a few parts because you know my makeup tutorials are always like 20 minutes long. Makeup, I wanted to approach this Electric Forest makeup tutorial a little differently than some of my other ones because I wanted to take into consideration that this is mainly a camping festival and there are a lot of factors that changes how I would personally do my makeup if I was attending Electric Forest. So I wanted to make this as easy as possible because I know that you guys are packing a ton of things, so you don't want to have this like huge makeup bag. A lot of people will probably wear no makeup. I should have said that at the beginning. It's way more of like a laid back vibe. It's not as ravey, and some people don't even shower the whole weekend. I know there are options too, but I wanted to make sure that I used items today that were easy to pack. So we have a lot of smaller items, and I didn't want to go heavy because like I said, some of you guys might not be showering. You might just have makeup wipes and you don't want to do like a whole face routine to like really cleanse your makeup off. So I don't want like heavy full glam. So I'm gonna go with something really pretty and glowy and a little bit of sparkle, and it's still gonna be like festival makeup. I'm actually gonna start with my face today because the eyes are extremely light. Usually I do it in reverse, but we're gonna start with the face. So the first thing I'm gonna use is a primer. You guys can use whatever primer you want. I'm using a lot of drugstore items today also, just so that we can have more of an affordable tutorial because we love drugstore. This is one of my favorites. I think all the Maybelline Master Prime primers are really good. This one's the mattifying one because I just got a massage, you guys, so I have a little oil on my face. So I use like a decent amount of this and I apply that in the center of my face and work it out. If you're oily, this is really nice, but you kind of just want to apply it like in your pores, and then I smooth it over the rest of my face. And the primer is just something to correct whatever skin issues or problems you might have. So again, mattifying is good if you get oily, and primer helps make your foundation last longer, so that's good. So if you are on the dry side and you need extra hydration, this is where I would normally go in with a spray, a primer water spray. This one's from Wet n Wild. I really like it, the Photo Focus coconut flavor. Again, right now I'm not gonna use it, but you could use this if you need extra hydration. So next up, I'm gonna go in with foundation. So for foundation, I chose one that I've personally been obsessed with. Like, I'm not kidding, ever since I've tried this, I haven't used any of my other foundations besides the IT Cosmetics. Love that one. But this is drugstore as well. This is the L'Oreal Infallible 24-hour fresh wear. If not best, second best foundation I've ever tried. It's incredible. When I wear this, my makeup looks exactly the same hours later. Like, I wore this to Governor's Ball yesterday. I'm not shitting you. When I looked in the mirror when I came home, I didn't have a single pore. There was no creasing. My face looked exactly the same as when I put my makeup on, and I swear to God, it's this foundation. I also use the Tatcha primer. I will say that. The Tatcha primer is incredible, but get yourself this. I'm in the shade Rose Vanilla right now. So what I'm gonna suggest, normally I would use a beauty blender with this, but again, since you guys are camping, it's just like an extra step to go wet this, and like you don't really need to deal with that. So if you do have a foundation brush, it's just easier to use. So I would use a foundation brush for today's tutorial. So I'm gonna pump this on the back of my hand. I do a pump for each side, so I use 2 pumps. And I'm just gonna dot this on one half of my face. The other thing about this foundation is the coverage is ridiculous. Like, it's unreal how good this is. It's extremely lightweight. Again, I'm like dry to normal skin, but I think you could use this if you were oily too. It's got a little bit of a floral scent, but nothing like too aggressive. I'm just using a Morphe foundation brush And I sort of like stamp this in. But you can already see it's like covering my blemishes. So good. And this is a nice match for me right now. I bought 2 of these because I knew based on like the reviews online that it was going to be good. So I bought a lighter shade, and now that I'm starting to get a tan, this is my tanner shade. I think it was on the pricier end though. It might have been like $15.99 or $14.99. So like foundations at drugstore are getting more expensive, but honestly that's it. That's my foundation. I just use the 2 pumps. Again, I don't think you need to go super heavy. You're gonna be in the middle of the woods. You don't need anything crazy, but this should give you some nice coverage. Crazy thing is I haven't used this with the brush yet, and this still looks so good. So it works with the brush and a beauty blender. All right, you can skip this next step if you don't want to do it. It's an extra step, but I like to cream contour just to give myself a little bit more dimension to my face. So again, a Wet n Wild cream contour stick. This is in the shade, I think, Call Me Maple. So I just like to add some color back in. Okay, now that we got that done, you're gonna go in with concealer, especially if you're not sleeping well. You know you're gonna wanna cover those bags. So I grabbed one of these. I haven't used this in forever, but this is the Maybelline SuperStay Better Skin. I'm in the shade Light. This is just a really nice concealer from the drugstore. And I'm gonna clean up the sides of my nose contour. All right, I'm gonna blend that in. Again, this part you could use a brush or a beauty blender. It's up to you. I might just use a brush since I didn't use a beauty blender yet in this tutorial. So I'm just gonna go in with my same foundation brush and blend that in. Basically, I just want to make this tutorial as easy as possible for you guys, because if you're at a campsite, you probably are using like your phone or maybe like a little mini stand-up mirror to do your makeup in. So we don't want to go crazy here. And I'm just gonna use a little Morphe brush for under my eye. And I'm gonna bring that onto the lid as well, just to cancel out any like veins. I have to say, you guys, today I went and got a couples massage with Brighten. EDC was like a little over 2 weeks ago now. 10 out of 10 would recommend you getting a massage after a festival, because your body is beyond sore and it's like so nice and relaxing. And also it's like nice to give yourself something to look forward to, like after a festival. I feel like sometimes you're just like low-key so depressed when it's over. I mean, I definitely was, so it was nice to know that like I would get some spa time. Okay, so now I want to set my under eyes. Again, I'm not going to do any baking today, nothing crazy, because I just like don't want to have all those extra steps. So I'm going to use one of my favorite things. This is like, the cover is totally washed off, but this is the Rimmel Stay Matte Press Powder. I love this. Again, super affordable. I just use a little packing brush and I just dip in there. You don't need too much on it because you don't want it to like cake up under your eyes. And then I lightly like tap it under my eyes over where the concealer was. And this does a really nice job of mattifying as well. So you can put this over the areas that you get oily. And again, super small, easy to just throw in your bag. I'm gonna put it over my lid where I get oily. So my chin, I like to do my smile lines. Pretty much the center of my face is where I'll do. But you don't need too much of this. It's like a nice flawless face. Now I'm just gonna do a little bit of my forehead because I get a tiny bit oily right in the center. And that's it, we're done with that step. Cool. Another one I would suggest if you guys wanted to brighten at all, the Essence Brighten Up powder. I might use this a little bit later. Is a really nice under eye, brightening under eye powder. Okay, I'm gonna use bronzer now. I should have picked a cheaper bronzer. You guys know I love the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer, probably my favorite bronzer ever, but I found this again in my drawer, and this used to be my favorite. I used to use this in every single tutorial on this channel, I'm not kidding. This is the Laura Mercier Bronze 04. Big, huge pan. I've had this for a long time. It's beautiful, and it has a nice big mirror. So that's great for camping festival. And I'm just gonna frame my face. I like to go along my hairline and in my cheekbone, and I always press it up, and I'm not swiping, I'm like patting it into my skin. I always go like a little ham with the bronzer because, you know, it's summer. We want to look like we've got a nice tan. You can also take your brightening powder, if you can open it, and dip a tiny bit in here, and I come along the side of my nose And that like snatches it up even more. Like right underneath the contour there. I wanted this to be a quick tutorial. Blush, you could literally go with whatever you're feeling. Today, you'll see on the eyes, we're going for a nice like golden sort of look and then like a peachier lip. So I have Rose d'Oro from MILANI. I love these blushes. These are really great and they're small, so they're nice and easy to travel with. The Luminoso shade is beautiful as well. This is a little rosier. God, I feel like I don't understand people who skip blush. Like, I feel like I look so like alive when I put blush on. All right, that's done. Okay, what's the next step? Usually next I would spray and just set everything in my face. So that's what I'm gonna do now. Again, this is just gonna set everything and like really keep it in place so you don't have to like touch up your makeup at all throughout the day. You can just go enjoy the festival and like not worry about anything. So I'm gonna do a spritz of this. This is on its last legs. I've like used this whole thing up. I also bought a second one of these and I bought the rose scented one as well because I really like it. They're like $4, you guys. And I know it's good because I brought only this setting spray with me to EDC Las Vegas. And like that's saying a lot, you guys. I normally bring like 2 of each item and I trusted this bad boy to be my only setting spray for Vegas. And my makeup looked flawless. So I let that like sink in a little bit. Damn it, I forgot my contour. I might put this on after, but I was gonna suggest if you guys like a little bit more contour or a little powder, this duo that I use all the time, the LA Girl Pro Contour, is a nice, small, compact contour and highlighting powder rather than bringing like a shade and light palette. Like you don't wanna carry that with you. Really good. Okay, so as far as highlighting goes, I'm kinda gonna contradict myself right now. I would suggest bringing a single pan highlighter, easy to travel with. Wet n Wild Precious Petals is one of my favorites. Master Chrome from Maybelline is another really good drugstore option. I just found this in my collection and I wore it to Gov Ball yesterday and it was blinding ass highlight. So I'm gonna use this today just in the tutorial. This is the Morphe times Morphe Bretman Rock Babe in Paradise highlighting palette. It's so good. It's actually really, really nice for deeper skin tones because the only lightest shades are these two. This one even is too dark on me. It's better when I have a tan, and then these 3 shades are much, much deeper. This is almost like a super shimmery bronzer for me. So I'm gonna use Vacation, this one, and Get Laid, these 2. I'm gonna use those on my face today. I love that, the names of this. And I'm gonna like go ham because again, like the whole point of this look is I just want us to look like very fresh faced, very glowy. That was my phone. I didn't just fart, just so you know. Okay, so we're dipping into these 2. And I'm gonna come, oh my God, can you guys see that? Come closer, Deep. And I'm gonna go on my brow bone. And then top of my forehead there. It's just such a really nice gold, like if you were like a gold highlighter, like, are you kidding? Bitch. Bretman Rock was not playing around. I'm like, this is not subtle. That's the point. We really wanna look like a golden ass bitch. God, your skin looks wet when you use this. And then I like to take a really, really tiny definer brush to do my nose highlight. Makes your nose look so like tiny and snatched. Rub that in with my finger. Oh, it's so cute, I love it. And then if you want, if you had like a wet beauty blender, you could use that. Otherwise, sometimes I'll take like my blush brush and I'll just tap over the highlight to make sure that it's like not just sitting on top of everything, but it like kind of feels blended in with everything. You could also, if you needed to tone it down, you could go back in with your foundation brush and just like pat it out, but we want to look blinding today. Okay, so now we're gonna move on to the eyes, you guys. So I'm gonna do my brows really quick. Totally up to you guys. It depends on how much you want to fill your brows in. If you're really fair skinned and you have very sparse brows and you like always need to fill them in, then go ahead and fill them in with your favorite pencil. Obviously I have got big bushy ass natural brows. To be honest with you, if I was at Ever After or any camping festival, I probably wouldn't do my brows whatsoever. I really don't need to do anything to them. If I wanted to, I would use my ColourPop pencil, or let's just keep this really simple. Let's keep it simple. I'm gonna use my NYX Tinted Brow Mascara because literally all I need is to just keep them in place and add a tiny bit of color. I don't need to fill them in. So I'm gonna brush this through. And this is actually like pretty pigmented. Also extremely affordable. So just be careful because you can get it a little messy with it. But I'm just brushing this through my brows to give them some color and fill in like any sparse areas I have. But I don't know, you guys leave me a comment below. Are you going to Electric Forest this year? And if so, I want to know like what is your getting ready routine like? I'm super curious. Like, are you somebody who, like me, like loves makeup and like likes to get all dolled up and things like that? Are you a roll out of bed kind of person, like throw on a pashmina and a pair of like joggers and call it a day? I'm like super curious because there's so many different types of people that attend Electric Forest. And I feel like you get some really interesting characters and people from like all walks of life. Hopefully I will be there and experiencing it in 2020 because it's literally my #1 festival I want to attend right now. So super bummed I'm not going this year, but really hoping to go next year. Anyway, so that's the full eye look. Okay, so the main star of this look is a cream eyeshadow. I think this is the best way to go if you want like a one and done. I don't want to sit here and blend eyeshadows. I don't even want to bring my fucking brushes with me, to be honest. So I was gifted this from a friend and I love it. This is from Essence. I think this might be $2 or $3. The Metal Shock eyeshadows. I have this golden shade and it's literally just like a nice big wand. And it's probably like a dupe of like a Stila Magnificent Metals. Also recommend these. These are like blinding glitter chunks. This is also $24. $3. I'm gonna go with this. So literally what I did, I wore this to my not 4th of July. I wore this to a Memorial Day weekend barbecue because I just wanted like a hint of glitter on my face, nothing overdone. So I'm gonna just take this and apply it all over the entire lid. I'm gonna zoom you in for a sec. I just took it and put it all over my lid. And I even brought it up like to my brow bone, so we're gonna cover the entire lid. You see how glittery that is? And then just blend it in with your finger. This look was designed in mind for my girls who like do not want to do the most. I'm gonna take more on the other side. And like, how easy is this to travel with too? And then I usually put a tiny bit more like across the lid just to build up that color. And this dries down to like, it feels like a powder, so it's really nice. Yay, I love it so much. How pretty and glittery it is. If you guys wanted to amp this up even more, I would suggest going over it with a glitter, because it's a gel, so it's not a gel, it's a cream. So while it's drying, I can't talk. I have the Dior glitter from Freedom Rave where I absolutely love this. This is a pretty golden color. If you wanted even more glitter, I would just like tap this over it, but I'm not gonna do that today. Pretty much almost done. I'm just gonna throw mascara. We're not doing lashes because again, lashes seems so extra for E4. I normally love wearing them, but I feel like majority of people do not want to put on false lashes. So I'm gonna use I Heart Extreme from Essence. We're using a lot of Essence today. It's because Essence makes bomb ass products and is super freaking affordable. Oh my god, my lashes look so good when I wear this. This one's just super like volumizing and lengthening. Like, look at that. Oh, I love it so much. And you can use a Q-tip after to clean up any mess because I always make a mess. Oh, that's just like one coat. I go back in for a second coat. I'm like one of those people that like, I need mascara. If I only had one beauty item to live with for the rest of my life, it would be mascara, and that is it. I got a little stainage, so I'm gonna let that dry and then I'll wipe it off later. What is left? I think we're pretty much done. We just have lips. Oh, one thing I wanted to add, I was gonna do glitter brows. So I did this at EDC the last day. It was kind of subtle. I used my Midnight Cowboy Heavy Metal Liner from Urban Decay. I might just do it anyway. And I just put this glitter in my eyebrows as like an added thing. So why not? Let's do it. Yeah, how cute is that? It's just so pretty. And they have like all different colors. I think it'd be fun to do like a teal or like a purple or a pink. But for my like skin tone, gold is just it. And this is more subtle. Like this will seriously come off so easily. It's not like putting glitter all over your like freaking face. Love a good glitter brow. I'm gonna seal everything in one more time. All right, so for lip, I wanted to do something more corally and warm and even like, you know, more orangey. So I found, I don't have too much of that in my collection, but I found these two colors. So I have this totally random lip pencil. This is Wet n Wild Velvet Matte Lip Color. It says Fergie. Don't know how old this is, don't know where I got. I feel like this was in like a Birchbox or like a monthly collection or something, but that's like a pretty corally color. And then I have this liquid lipstick from Ofra. Don't know how old this is, probably expired, in the shade Rio. I'm just gonna try this really quick. I remember why I don't like this. I just don't think this is the best color on my skin tone. Now I'm remembering, because I've never used this. I think it's pretty, it's just not on my skin tone. So we're gonna take that off. But Ofra's actual, and look how old this is. This is the old packaging. Like, this has to be 4 years old. That's gross. I'm throwing that out. All right, so we're gonna try this Wet n Wild color instead. This is so creamy. This reminds me exactly of like the NARS soft lip pencils, but like a fraction of the price. Yeah, see, that's so fun. I wanted like a little pop of orange on the lips, a little coral. I think that's so cute. Coral, why don't I keep coral peach, whatever this is. Something like this is great too, because again, super easy to just throw in your bag. Colors like this usually are not the most long lasting because it's not a liquid lipstick, so you would need to reapply this, but I wouldn't need a lip balm. Like, this feels so comfortable, which is key to me. Like I said, it just says Velvet Matte Lip Color at Fergie. So hopefully this wasn't a special edition. Okay, and then one last step, I want to put a gloss over this because I feel like our whole face is very glossy, very dewy. So I'm going to use the Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb. Oh, hell yeah. So pretty. All right, I'm going to go wipe off the mascara and I'll be right back to wrap up the video. Okay, I'm going to show you guys zoomed in the whole final look. So you guys, this is my full Electric Forest makeup look. I hope you guys enjoyed this. It's a little bit different than my full like beat glam festival makeup, but let me know in the comments if you like more tutorials like this that are more like beginner friendly, aren't super like, I mean, for me this isn't super like heavy makeup, but they're like something on the sides of like less products, easier to do. Let me know if you like these types of tutorials. I'm more than happy to do more drugstore tutorials if you guys like seeing that. Please subscribe if you guys haven't subscribed already. I have a bunch more festival makeup tutorials coming out. I think the next couple, I think I'm gonna do one for Moonrise coming up. We have Electric Zoo. I'm gonna be going to Imagine Music Festival. I just am starting to plan that out, so that's really exciting. I've never been to Imagine. So stay tuned for more music festival makeup tutorials. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and you guys can feel free to follow me on social media. I'll put my stuff up in here, and don't forget to check out a new episode of Rave Culture, my podcast, every Wednesday. It's available on Spotify, iTunes, Google Podcasts, SoundCloud, all that fun stuff. So definitely go check it out if you like all the EDM content. Anyway, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.